truth about Halloween. Halloween is the highest day on the satanic calendar. It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet. Many people think Halloween is about candy and it's about dress up, but they don't question the meaning behind it. In a neighborhood or an area, there's houses, there's homes that celebrate Halloween. That whole perimeter becomes one big satanic ritual for that whole neighborhood.
You're saying my neighborhood right now is cooked? Like, what are you saying there?
Whether they're Christian or non-Christian that have open doors, that moves or lives in a neighborhood like that will be affected. That's what I'm saying.
Halloween is demonic. I don't know why any Christian or any person will want to go out and celebrate Halloween, take their kids, go out dressed up, and participate in darkness. It's so refreshing to see somebody like Forrest Frank literally be bold and tell you guys, yep, I'm one of those Christians who is not going to compromise, is not going to make excuses to dress up and celebrate with witches and warlocks. Forrest Frank is really trendy right now. He posts something and it's like everybody's talking about it. So I'm just so glad to see that he's not putting on a costume and going to compromise himself and dance with darkness and be a child of the light, but for one night I'm gonna compromise and be a child of the darkness. I'm so happy. I don't know who the guy after was or what his walk with Christ is, but everything he said was facts. And I was the person making sure that you were cursed in your neighborhoods. I had 7 spirit guides that were demons that sent me on missions on Halloween. I remember I went to New Orleans and they told me to pray, bless your pets, your businesses, anyone who would participate in Halloween. And I remember being in the car, driving downtown and going to all the blocks they sent us to, all the houses they sent us to, all the people they sent us to. And I remember asking those demons, I said, hey, I'm confused. Don't we need a legal ground? Don't we need them to say yes? Don't we need to ask for permission before we bless them? I thought I was blessing them, y'all. It was not. I was cursing them. And the spirit guy said their participation in Halloween is their permission. That is the legal ground. That is the open door. After I accomplished my mission on Halloween, I received demonic power for cursing Christians and families and children and pets and businesses and houses that participated in Halloween. I was rewarded for what I did on that day. You have to ask yourself, what is being celebrated? I promise you, if you look around, look at the houses, look at the costumes, it is not God. You're covered by the blood. Jesus covers you. He loves you. You're covered by the full armor of God, of course. But if you decide to take off that armor, if you decide to take off that blood, and you decide to purposely put yourself in danger, no one's covering you.
Okay, so I'm going to try to click out of this and talk to y'all for a second. This is just a random thing up, but what you need to think about here, maybe I'll try to pull up the video that I'm thinking of right now. Just bear with me 1 second. That's it right there. Okay. So if you go to this video right here, I'll try to pull it up big so you can see it. This talks about not only the thief in the night, but also the different sins that you might be doing. This is what it looks like on the channel, okay? Now, in the book of Revelation, there's lots of churches that actually are talked about as having witchcraft in them, okay? There's lots of pagan things that you may be doing that you don't know, including holidays. And I go into this in this video about all the different holidays, what the pagan names of them are, how pagan they are, and what the grotesque things that you think are very innocent symbols, but they're not, like eggs and bunnies and Christmas trees and all of this stuff. And I don't really talk that much about Halloween in this video because I think most Christians have figured out that that's evil. I mean, it's obvious that there's witches and ghouls and monsters and haunted houses and all this stuff. But, you know, this is called Samhain, is what they call it. It's spelled Samhain, Hain, I think it is. And there's lots and lots of human sacrifice during this time. Apparently, witches will put curses on candy and give them to your children. The reason that you dress up at Halloween is because apparently they think that the spiritual veil is very thin at that night. and that way they can get those demons to pass through easier. So that's why they want to do human sacrifices on that night, so that they can get the most power from Satan and these dark forces, these powers and principalities. And that's why they sometimes kidnap children at this time. They, they sometimes even have people that they're like human trafficking with the people to have children, like prisoner women that they will impregnate to have children to then sacrifice the child during some of these kind of holidays that they have. Okay, that's how dark this stuff really is, guys. So just like they were saying, and I think that first guy may have been somebody that was on the dark side there. Maybe he became a Christian. That's why he had like the tattoos all over his face and stuff. And a lot of times you can go on the YouTube here and you can say like, why is Halloween satanic? Or what are Christians saying about Halloween? Why should I avoid Halloween? Things like that. Type it in the search bar and you'll find all kinds of people that have come out of the occult, and some of them have been born into it. So think about that for a minute. What if you were born into one of these families that was occultish and satanic and did human sacrifices and abused you as a child, and all kinds of crazy stories about what these people do. They sometimes even dress up like Jesus, and then they abuse these children and torture them and stuff, and just to make them not want to ever turn to Jesus. So you don't want to get mixed up in this stuff. And if you are participating in Halloween right now, at the cusp of the rapture coming up any day now, he won't take you, because you're not supposed to have anything to do with anything pagan. And so that might be why this rapture is scheduled for this time period in history. Because if you're engaged in this paganism and you don't have enough sense to figure out the monsters and witches and ghouls and all this stuff is going on right now, and you want to be a part of it, well, then you're not really hearing the Savior's voice, are you? So it's not on little games and fun little, let's dress like teddy bears, or, a little character that's on your TV show. It's demonic, folks. And Satan doesn't care if you don't dress like the most horrendous costume that they have out there, or if you dress like a little princess. You're still participating in his pagan holiday. And just like these folks have said, you are going to open up doors to demonic influences in your life, which is why you are to abstain from all evil. Like, don't touch it. You can't dabble in it. You're either going to serve God or you're going to serve Satan. Whoever's not for him is against him. So stop worrying about being mixed into the world's culture. Satan likes to trick everybody, saying that it's no big deal and it's just this and it's part of who we are as Americans. Well, it's not. Not if you belong to him. It's not who you are anymore as Americans. Get out of it and get to this video over here. And you get all that sin out of your heart, and you're not going to have those spotless white garments, and you're not going to get your crown, and you're not going to go up because you got a little pumpkin hanging on your front porch there with a face carved in it. It's going to keep you out of this rapture, okay? So you need to get all sin out. And this is a secret sin that some people don't know that they are doing. Same thing for Easter, same thing for Christmas. They're not called those things, folks. You ever wonder why Easter's not in the Bible? Because it's actually a name of a pagan god. Ishtar, all right? They changed the names a little bit, but that's what it is. And this video will tell you all about it. So you better go read it. I mean, some of it's reading, but you better watch it. There is like a website here where you can actually go and read stuff, and it tells you what the Thief in the Night thing's really all about. And it's a hilarious story. You got to go watch it. It is a hilarious story. I mean, the guy's going to get hurt, but like, it's kind of his fault because he's fallen asleep on the job. But it's funny. It's a funny story. You'll never forget what this means once you know it. All right, y'all. Stay safe and get that sin out.